Cut it down, don't cut it out. Far too often, the advice when you're looking to lose weight especially is to cut this out or cut that out. Honestly, it's not very helpful advice. Might work in the short term, but it's unlikely to work in the long term. Let's take a simple and common example of chocolate. Now, you might really enjoy chocolate, but you want to lose some weight. The chances are the advice will be to cut that chocolate out of your diet. There's simple calories you can remove, and it's not that healthy for you anyway. And that'll probably work initially, on the assumption that it puts you in a calorie deficit. But for how long? One of three things is likely to happen in this scenario. One of those is that you cut the chocolate out of your diet, and that's it. It's gone forever. You're happy with that, and you can manage that. Another is that after you lose the weight, you put the chocolate back into your diet because you enjoy it. And what happens then? Well, you're probably going to put all that weight back on because you're back to square one where you started. And the last thing, you might not last long at all on this new chocolateless diet. And if the chocolate has got to stay, the advice has got to go. The cynic in me says that, particularly the second thing, that's the point of the advice. It's designed to keep you in a vicious circle. You pay for advice, you lose the weight, you put the weight back on, you go back to pay for the advice again. And then you're just going around and around. You don't need to cut anything out of your diet, really. It's much easier and much more manageable if you cut down slightly on multiple things. It'll have the same effect if it's the same number of calories, except you won't have to cut out things you enjoy. You're more likely to adhere to that, especially after the weight loss. Cut down, not out. See you next week.